Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's been a good minute. I wish I could say I had a good excuse for why I've been gone, but I do not. So I'm just gonna continue to roll with it. So I just wanted to come on and tell y'all about my NCLEX experience. I have taken and I have passed the NCLEX. I'm just like, oh, thank the Lord, because from what I went through, I'm not trying to take the NCLEX in 2019 from what I've seen from 2018, but I'll get into that later. So basically, I graduated May 4th. It was a great experience. I walked across the stage. Everything was whoop-de-doo, and on to the next thing. I came home. So my school told us that we should not apply to take our boards until after they gave us the okay. But I found out afterwards that was just basically some foolishness. But because of that reason, I graduated May 4th and I was not able to take my NCLEX until June 23rd. And that was actually pushing it. I live in Central Florida and I had to drive all the way to Jacksonville just so I could take it in time for me to start my job next month in July. So another spoiler alert, I do have a job. I got it right after graduation, so May 22nd, I think, or May 20th, I don't know. My hospital was having a job fair, and I got on that, and your girl got a job. But anyway, so I go, and around 2 weeks after graduation, my school writes us, and they're like, okay, y'all can go ahead and take the exam. So I'm like, okay. I hop on that day, do with the Board of Nursing, sign up, boom, that's done. And then it's just like this long waiting game. And I found out, at least in Florida, you can call the Board of Nursing and you can ask them like, hey, what date are you processing? Because they do them by like date. So because it's graduation season and because everybody's taking the NCLEX, it was taking forever. I remember one time I called and they're like, oh, we're processing May 13th. And then I called back 5 days later thinking, oh, they're going to be on the 18th, right? No, they're like, no, we're on the 14th. I was like, you know what? But, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I had Chick-fil-A. I know that's so bad, but I'm sorry. So anyway, so finally, though, I get the approval from the Board of Nursing. My friend calls and she's like, the day before I got my approval, she was like, I called the Board of Nursing and they said that they're going to be approving mine either today or tomorrow. Mind you, hers was sent in the day after mine. So I knew, so like, let's say for instance, mine was sent in on the 22nd of May or something like that. Or when was mine sent in? I don't know. Mine was the 21st. I don't know why, but I'm going to say the 21st, all of my requirements were in, because that's when they gave us the okay. Hers was sent in on the 22nd. So she called them, and they're like, we're going to be done processing the ones that were sent in on the 22nd within the next 24 to 48 hours, I guess. So I knew that mine's, the one that was sent in on the 21st, was going to be processed and approved. So, I was excited. I woke up that day, went to the park, came back, checked, like, I dropped my sister off at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I walked around the park. It was like 9 o'clock. Checked it, didn't get it. Waited again. I think I checked it at like 10 o'clock. It was there. Okay, cool. So everything was set up. Finally, I got my approval to test the very next day. Because they say it's 48 hours, but it's not 48 hours. It's actually like 24. Got my approval. And then, what happened? I went on as soon as I got it, and I'm like, I need to take this test as soon as possible. One thing I learned about the NCLEX is that don't wait. Like, if you've been studying, just take it. Just whatever. And prior to me taking it, those weeks that I was just waiting for my school to say, hey, you can go ahead and apply, I was using UWorld. So I was on UWorld, and let me tell you, UWorld and the NCLEX, oh, I know y'all probably see, this is the only nail that's polished. I was testing out a new Essie color. But, yeah. UWorld is like exactly like the NCLEX. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Do UWorld. Like, if you don't do nothing else, do UWorld. So, okay, where I'm at. Where I'm at. My grammar is terrible. It's so good you don't need perfect grammar to be a nurse, or I would not make the cut. So okay, boom, that's done. I book it in Jacksonville. Like, I think I booked it on Wednesday, and my test was on Saturday. So then I go to Jacksonville. I stay with my best friend because she lives in Jacksonville, and we go to the beach. We do all this stuff. The day of the exam, I'm talking to my friend, and I'm like, this is where I'm going to take my test at. Do you know where this area is? She was like, yeah, girl, it's not going to take you no time to get there, blah, blah, whatever, whatever. So I get on the road. All of a sudden, traffic want to be on the road. And when I tell you, I had to run because when you go to take your exam, they want you to be there, like, I think I want to say half an hour before your exam starts. So my exam was at, like, 8 o'clock. They want you to be there at 7:30. So I'm like in traffic, and it's like 7:28. Okay, word of advice. When you're going to take your exam, if you've never been there before, go find out exactly where the building is and exactly where you need to park and exactly where you need to walk in, because I pulled up and it's officially like 7:30 and I'm looking lost. I'm like, where do I park? Because Siri be tripping. Siri would like bring you to the vicinity and she would drop you off and leave you for dead because she don't care. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know where to park. I'm late. So I finally figured it out. I went back and read the instructions. Boom, I found it. I run up the stairs or whatever. I get in there. I'm breathing all hard, and the lady's looking at me like, pick a number, please. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So I pick my number, and then I go to the bathroom. I had like pee like 3 or 4 times because I have a nervous bladder. So I go pick my number. I'm sitting there. They made me do the little handprint. You had to like put your hand down a few times or whatever. I go. They read me all the instructions. Now I can't tell y'all what's on the exam. Obviously, everybody always say that. But what I am gonna say is, if you ain't doing UWorld, then what is you doing, baby? What is you doing? Like, do UWorld. So I sit down to take my exam. I'm answering questions. I answered one question. The first question I knew I got right. Can't nobody tell me. I knew I got right. And then after that, it was like select all that apply. And I'm like, okay. And they say if you're doing really well, you'll get a lot of select all that apply. So it was select all that apply. Select all that apply. Select all that apply. And then multiple choice. Select all that apply. Select all that apply. Multiple choice. I'm stumbling on my words. And they just kept coming. And let me tell you, I was getting stressed out. Like, I know that that's what people say. If you're getting it, then it's good. But that did not change the fact that I was getting stressed out. So I'm looking at the clock, and it's only been like 30 minutes. And I'm on question 50. So I said, okay, I'm getting nervous now. And I'm thinking, like, why am I getting done with the exam so fast? But one thing I told myself, don't second guess. If you pick an answer, you picked it for a reason. So, boom. 35 minutes on, like, question 50. I cut off the counter. And I was like, okay, Charlotte, just in case, let's just slow down a little bit. So I slowed down, clicking. I turned my counter back on. It says 66. I said, okay, cut it off. And I cut it back on. I'm thinking I just did a bunch. I cut it back on, and it said like 71. And I was like, all right. I said, God, I want this to stop at 75. And this is literally how I'm looking. I'm looking at the screen like this. I'm like, okay, God. This is 71. Okay, guys. 75. Me and you, we talked. Gotta stop this at 75. So I cut the counter off. And then, the nerves kind of get to you. So then I cut the counter back on, and then it's at 75, and I'm like, this is it. So I was like, okay, Sharia, if you don't finish right now at this question, you taking a break, because we not gonna do this. I hit whatever. Hit next. It was like, oh, this is the end of your exam. Like, the screen popped up, and I was like, I'm actually done at 75. And then I started like psyching myself out. Well, not right away. I was like, oh my gosh, I finished at 75. Okay. So after that, they this survey comes up, and they tell you before you even take the exam that there's going to be a survey and that you don't have to do the survey. But I forgot about that because I was so like, NCLEX, I'm not worried about nothing you talking about. I'm just trying to remember everything I'm trying to remember. So the survey comes up, which is, it's not a survey, it's test questions that they're testing out to see if they're good questions for the next NCLEX. So I'm doing those, and like, I'm seeing the type of questions they are, but the thing that's throwing me off is my number counter is going up. So now I'm thinking, wait, did my exam really stop? Because my number is still going up. And then I got so mentally exhausted, I was like, whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably so terrible. I just started clicking through them things, and I was just like, whatever. And then it was done, and you know, then there's another survey, an actual survey after that, and it's like a mandatory, you can't skip that one. And it's just like, I think your gender and stuff like that, you know, whatever. So that's done, and I'm like raising my hand for the lady to come, and you know, because you can't get up, you gotta wait for them to come move you and excuse you or whatever. And she was like, I guess she didn't think people would get done with the exam that fast, because she was gone, like she was somewhere else. And I'm just like, okay, come on, lady. So she comes, and you know, she finally takes my stuff. She's like, wow, that was fast. I said, yeah, I know. So I go home, and like everybody else, I psych myself out, and I'm like, okay, what if I didn't pass? What if I really fail? Like, I probably did, you know, fail, whatever. So 2 days later, you know, the results are in. I pay my money. I put my little number, my credit card number, and I'm just, before I hit send, I'm just like, oh gosh, here we go. And I hit the purchase, and it came back that I passed. So now, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. So with that being said, I have officially, like I said before, passed my NCLEX. I am no longer a nursing student. I am not a graduate nurse. I am a whole registered nurse with a license number and everything. You can actually look up my name on the Florida Board of Nursing, and it will be there. I don't know if I've ever said my name full out, and if I haven't, not going to. But if you caught glimpses of it, you might figure it out. I don't know. Or maybe it's on Google already, or on YouTube already. I don't know. But point being, I passed. I am so excited. If y'all have any specific questions, I know I only got like 70 subscribers, so. But if you have any specific questions about it, not necessarily like, don't ask me like what exact questions were on it, because I'm not going to tell you that. But anything that I didn't cover and you're curious, ask me and I'll let you know. My friends have taken it, who use UWorld, and they had the same experience I had, in that they finished it really fast, 75 questions, short amount of time, and she found out the very next day that she passed as well. She has a job in the ER. Me, I have a job, new graduate position. I'll be talking about that in my next video. More than likely, I'll be wearing this same shirt because I want to record them while I'm in the mood. But yeah, I just want to come back on, and for the people who are here, to tell y'all that I'm not dead. I'm actually doing pretty good. I actually graduated. I graduated cum laude. Yay! I wish I knew how to do little sound effects with little things like yeah, but I don't know how to do that. But I graduated cum laude. Not summa, not magna, none of that. Just regular old cum laude, and I am so proud of me because I worked hard for that. I worked so hard for that. So I have more time on my hands. If there's any videos that you guys want me to make that are nursing related, let me know. If you can't tell, like, I got braces. I'm bald again. I think I'm gonna stick with this. Like, I don't know. I love it. I love getting up, not having to do my hair. I don't have to buy no products. Like, and I think it fit me. Like, I just think I have the head shape for it, you know? And then look at that. Look at that. It's all like lit up. I ain't even wearing highlighter. Anyway, yeah, so that's all I have to say for this video. It's about to be 15 minutes, so I'm going to stop it at 15 minutes. And like I said, in the next video, I will be talking about me getting my job. So if you want to know about that, then stay tuned.